Hill Stinger to the purple.
No, nobody is.
Nobody noticed. So you'll notice it now.
This is what we're trained for.
Alright, and here in the blue corner we've got J for Jett representing the UKF, which is not the faction on screen.
No, it's not. And the faction currently on screen. Go to the south down for this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is the OKW in the north? It's the reigning king, Lovenest.
Setting the mind games over.
Oh.
If you weren't confused,
Brits
then
dressed as OKW.
yes, yes, of course. It's right. We're training Ed up. We're going to let him do a game.
First
I
time
think.
cast,
It's,
can you tell?
But J for Jett, who has been a really good player in King of the Hill, he's actually done the job of removing people as kings, but hasn't really managed to stay on as king himself. So a good aggressor, but maybe not so much of a defender. But he's definitely going to be tested.
What is it about him in this map?
Well, this is it. This is a good map. I really like it. I think it's a shame it was removed from Automatch. Could have done with a few things just to make it really good. But the games are always good fun on this, and you know, J for Jett likes it. He's well within his right to test Lovenest's skill on it. So
That's right, and the Tommies are doing a great job right now of just starting to fan out onto the field. And KotH is that brutal map, Dan, that is the King of the Hill map special now, because it's not an auto match. It'll never be in a tournament other than King of the Hill probably again. So, Dan, I would like to say that KotH is now yours.
Oh.
We give you the key to KotH. The only event organiser that's going to ever probably have this in the pool. And I like it, by the way. I'm not ragging on you. It's cool. It's the King of the Hill map there.
Well, do you know what? We've gone through so many urban maps that have just not lasted or not provided good games, and this I feel does. So you know, J for Jett. Anyway, last time when we saw him, some very good map capping, some really good strategic decaps. He actually hasn't gone for the Kubel this time. No Kubel, and he was using that Kubel really aggressively. So it kind of suggests he fears Lovenest maybe a bit more than he feared Hands a couple of weeks ago.
And indeed, absolutely. We've got, just to keep with the game, of course, we've still got donations rolling in as well. Frickton Moped, very famous KotH Orga there. He's coming to the event live. He's donated $150. Big thanks to you. Big thanks to everybody. We'll be going on about it a lot later on. But right now, the biggest story is the Universal Carriers on the field. Well, that's beautiful. It's wonderful.
Getting better.
It is, yeah. It's, it's just one of those awesome fermenting games, Ed. We're starting to see a bubbling up of action, and it's going to make a tasty brew.
They're just getting warmed up. Lovenest is OKW. Be nice to see on this map.
So he's been getting the pass. This is a weird one. The Universal Carrier needs to be careful because he's seen the Stern Pioneers. Could be that J for Jett put down the very early mine. Lovenest might want to be careful. He can't get Minesweepers out at the start. So it's kind of a really good threat. Something to put in front of Lovenest that is going to make him think a little bit. He doesn't want to go too close to that area now.
Stern Pioneers already got a little bit of health damage there. They're going to bleed if they stay in it, but Lovenest knows to stay behind green cover. And it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. Folks Grenadier versus the Tommies here, both in a crater. Whose crater's better, Ed? Which crater would you rather be in there?
3 men of the Volks are in, so I'd say those.
Yeah, it's nice. So
the majority. Oh no.
That's changing his mind.
Infantry section.
Universal Carrier.
Are pretty strong. But
flanking.
Yeah.
I mean, the crater actually has uniform omnidirectional cover, but the Wasp is now a fixture. Again, J for Jett always goes for that Wasp. It's like a hive of activity on KotH.
It's a great unit. It just makes life so difficult. Any cover engagements, as if it was not hard enough to get Brits out of cover already, well now you can't even fight from your own cover. So really nice play.
Ooh, there's a truck, Ed.
Good Racketing as well early in the build.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Get rid
that
of that Wasp
manpower.
fast, otherwise it's painful to play against.
It's very difficult to get a Racketing in perfect position on KotH. There's so many side blockers, shot blockers, etc.
It's going to have to get that truck up to get the Fausts. It's a new change, I think, this patch.
Already up to $2,607. Thank you so much, everybody. We are nearly a third of the way to our funding goals to make an 8-player live tournament, esports caliber event happen, 4 huge qualification tournaments in the summer. The best opportunity Company Heroes 2 will ever have to be a true competitive game. You are making this happen, so thank you so much.
Just single squads, boys. I think the healing just does their squad.
Yes. What? No, the Brits.
No, for the OKW. They just do the squad per medic kit. Don't they?
Oh, for the Stern Pioneer drops.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So it drops 3 crates, 3 medical crates, and that's.
Ooh, we've got a green
commitment to the white though.
Oh wow! Look at this sandbag battle here. Folks going to be tipping the tails.
Oh, there's nothing quite like watching confident Brit play, because it's a hard faction to be totally aggressive with at the start. This is a great push as well, catching some low health Volks Grenadiers, and he needs to maybe look at just getting in cover, locking down. It's not very often that you see Love Nest at the start of the game being pushed around like this, but he just can't make the ground up.
He can't, no, seemingly not. Seemingly not.
Do you think J for Jett adds the salt in and goes for the sniper now?
Do you know, I've spoken with Hans a lot about this, and the sniper is actually a very, very good unit to have. Difficult map to play it on, but actually one of the abilities of the sniper creates a turret lock that lasts for about 17 seconds.
Oh, right, the critical.
Yes,
oh,
yes. So I mean that in the late game, if you do have a vetted sniper, you're in a very, very good position. So yeah, it's good, but you have to be very, very confident with it. I think that one thing is definitely needed is going to be engineers with minesweepers. Love Nest is a very calculated player, so he will be putting mines down, no doubt. You should at least expect that. And every time you hit a mine, you know, it's just the manpower loss is it staggers against you.
But this is a lot of manpower he's floating. That's why I'm thinking, what is J for Jett going for? Big commander calling, maybe.
I don't know. I'd say give him a chance. Have a look at his teching quickly and see what's going on. Get his faceplate sorted.
Yeah, there's the sniper.
Yeah, he is going to go for sniper. Hasn't actually made a teching choice between Bofors or AC. Haven't seen a Bofors for a long, long time.
These big squads now.
This is dangerous. I mean, actually, to use the universal carrier this deep in enemy territory, hitting a mine would be catastrophic. And it's a little reckless, perhaps. But that's a great flame barrage.
Searchlight going.
We're losing a capture point.
The depth of capping here. Sniper's now on the field. Sniper will probably head up the right hand side just to see if he can clear some things there. And it says, but this is the thing, with a map that's got so much true sight and close corners, you know, the chance of that sniper just being cut off by something. Love Nest.
Especially Sternfight, you don't want to run in them.
Yeah, but he's got access to Fallschirmjäger from Luftwaffe as well, so maybe he could do a building pop and catch the sniper off guard. It's always possible.
With 4 squads as well, he's still got a lot of manpower, and sometimes 4 squads as OKW can bleed the hell out of yourself.
Yeah, it is a difficult. I mean, the fuel investment went into 5-man squads here for the Tommies, and that, if it, you know, it's already hard to push them out of cover. Fortunately, OKW has the incendiary grenades, so they can usually tip the balance if they get close range. But if you're going to fight a long-range battle with Brits, you know, you're going to have to be prepared that you're going to come off worse. Especially with this Wasp hanging around.
A Wasp is still hanging around. It's outlived itself, hasn't it? Usually dead by this moment in the game, in fairness.
It's trying to get that line. Oh, we could see the...
no munitions.
No.
Too many flame nades. That's my habit. So always lob one and then you're like, no pals.
Love Nest is still playing sensibly. I mean, he doesn't actually have control of anything. Love Nest right now has... Let me just show you. Points held. Barely anything.
Wow, and that's as a reigning king, it's all about the territories you control. Currently, he's the king of his apartment. It's not going too well. He's the king of his own abode, not a king of a region or a...
The sneaky Vaketten.
That veteran C2. Vaketten misses. Long range, so can't be...
on the edge.
Oh, nice! But it manages to nail
long range, that's a 1 in 3 thing.
Yeah. The Stern Pioneer is going to come in and try and clear up the Tommy squad. This is a late retreat for Jett. Needs to be very, very careful he doesn't lose a squad. We've got Commandos coming down on the field there, landing a glider. And
that was great camera work.
well read by both of you on the camera and by the MG. Got the hell out of there in time.
I mean, it's nice. It's such a good unit, and Loveness probably would have seen this flying over. He would have had a vague idea of where it's going. Does he have anything to follow this up? Could be seeing a gammon bomb on this MG. If that goes down straight away.
Squeaky bomb time for... Oh, suppressed just before.
Oh, he gets it! What a great pickup by the
That's insane. Tommy's Commandos, they're definitely going to be able to get that now. He's going to recruit with the Tommy's, slightly less pop cap intensive to get it with that, but Sniper is out for Jay as well. He's putting so much pressure on the reigning king and GCS 1 champion, and this is what you want to see, Dan. This isn't the status quo. This is what GCS 2 and King of the Hill, of course, will represent, and it's this training up of players, but there's something now to truly work towards. It's a huge live event, and Dan, the idea that Jett is currently smashing the GCS 1 champion, that's really symbolic, isn't it?
It is, and I just want to say, let's not talk too soon. We saw what happened to Von Ivan earlier when he made this mistake of that. But this is a good position. I mean, he's actually got reinforceability here from the glider, so he's got a really stable front line. He needs to just link up these. I would have thought he'd gone for this point to connect the fuel, so maybe actually capping here a little bit of a mistake. But nevertheless, playing very, very well. He's going to build a trench.
And this is like the stuff Jett wasn't quite able to pull off on previous games on KotH, wasn't it? This is the true execution of his strategies now, and it's against, on paper, the best Common Heroes 2 player in the world, Loveness.
Yeah. If you look at the army sizes at the moment and actually what's on the field and the quality of what's on the field, Jett is it's his game to lose, absolutely. And he needs to be very, very careful about this. That was a nice bomb there, I think, from the Commandos. Jett to not take that building. This is a bit of maybe a mistake build on the trench, because he is actually flankable from this building now and hasn't got units into cover.
And got a very out of cover battle there by Loveness, unfortunately for him.
And there's the Falchions, right?
Yeah. Look at these models just being...
Fallschirmjägers infiltrating down. Where are they infiltrated?
They are coming down here, just behind...
Sorry, dropped rather. From a Henschel
nice
plane there.
But again, what a great position. He's coming with the Wasp. Got the MGs getting the suppression. Commando's having a bit of a problem there.
Long range Raketen shot underneath the tail of the glider, taking out the Wasp there. Great by Loveness. And Dan, this is exactly what you were alluding to.
A really cheeky shot to get it under there, isn't it?
It really is. He skimmed against the floor almost. And this is exactly what Dan was alluding to. You do not count the best player in the world out at any point in a competitive scenario.
No. There'll be a lot of pressure on them, and sometimes pressure drives people. Sometimes that actually makes them play harder, and that's usually the case for Loveness. He will usually have an idea in his head of how to come back and what he needs to do, and he will just keep pursuing those avenues until it starts to work in his favour. So it is massively on Jett to just play sensibly. He doesn't want to do anything silly, doesn't want to walk into any traps, doesn't want to lose anything unnecessarily. He can waste time. He can waste
that was a huge light gammon bomb there. He turned them into that very same...
He's fighting back though, well.
Of course he can reinforce whilst he's standing here as well. This is why this is so brutal. In fact,
wow.
I think... Did Loveness just...
That nade did it all.
It might be.
That was a light gammon bomb to turn the king into steak, and he's well done and over now. It's
from king to peasant in an age.
And wow, KotH was the ruin of the GCS 1 champion.
That's how you do it, I guess.
It was, and as we roll on.
Wow, that was not expected at all, and that's exactly why I think we're especially very proud of getting an event together and running one over the last couple of months, where these players are just getting so good now.
They're getting brilliant. There's no better time.
You'd never be like, Jett's going to just trash Loveness. You'd never expect this, and we get it all the time. We're getting new people in. This is great.
It's awesome, and there's never been a better time to get into competitive Company of Heroes 2. So there's going to be 4 huge qualification tournaments in June and July for your chance to play, 8 people's chance to play in the first true competitive live event in Company of Heroes 2 history, or Company of Heroes history rather, Grand Championship Series 2. Let's go over to the website, Dan, and check out just where we're at with the funding goals now.
Okay. Bear with me 1 second.
Down there hits F5. We're up to $2,868, and the contributors in the Hall of Fame, that comprises big thanks to every single one of you.
Oh, Pompey.
Pompey,
Nice.
Pompey.
Very excited to come to the grand finals and support Love Nest once again. Oh, that's got to be crushing right now. See you guys in September. If there's enough interest, I will rent a minivan to drive people from London airports for free. Please message me on Steam.
Awesome.
Also, Rip Tomikaze. Don't know what that's about.
You must have beaten him or something. Frickton Moped, who wants to come to the live tournament. Although I might not be playing in this tournament, this game and the community have given me so much. Really looking forward to this.
Awesome.
What's Talisman saying there, Ed?
KotH is the game that has changed my life. The way that I've started to learn KotH is the way I learned Overwatch, and keeps being a way for me to learn in real life, such as school and work. Much love to the KotH, whether I get to play in a tournament or not.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
he's got a very good chance to bear Talisman. He's smashing it this year already.
Yeah, absolutely. Legio, with the approved message, grateful to be a part of the team and the community. KotH will never die.
Never die!
Got, Iridium, Dawn of War found there for the greater good.
It will be epic, and
Nice.
in Edge 6, the guy that tuned in for the very first time today, Dan, from that YouTube, watching the YouTube VODs he's turned into the stream.
Is this
Yeah,
Edge? Yeah.
so
Awesome.
Grateful, doing the best you can. Obviously love RTS games. Here's my first donation ever. What an accolade.
Oh, that's lovely.
That is
That's
lovely.
lovely.
Yeah, thanks very much for that.
I honestly, there's a lot of people that are at stage in their careers that can fund something like this in a big way, but there's guys like students and teenagers that are donating $5 or $10, and you are contributing just as much because it's relative to what you can donate, and you get to then this sense that you have created something. Unfortunately, sponsors ain't going to sponsor this tournament. We've tried. Trust us, we've tried. Crowdfunding isn't a dirty word. It is how things like this get done these days. When it's a passion project that businesses aren't interested in, it has to be the community that makes that happen. And we absolutely guarantee you that this is going to be an awesome summer and a great event in September, Ed.
Yeah, and I think everyone's fronting up already.
They are.
It's been a
It's
fantastic
amazing.
start. Let's keep the momentum going. People get practicing, like you said, develop some new strats. I'd love to see some underdogs coming through with new metas, new hype.
I'll tell you what, there's some players there, underdogs there, Ed. Do you know GB Hooligan, Dan?
Oh yeah?
He's been fired as the head referee from GCS 2. He's been
really?
fired. Do you know why?
I know why.
Because he wants to win GCS 2. He was asking me, well, I want to play. Well, it's going to be like 16 simultaneous games. It's a qualifying tournament. Yeah. Why don't you just go play? And he said, and I said, make a decision, your fateful decision. Are you going to be head referee, or are you going to smash it and win the damn thing? And he's gone for the latter. That is awesome.
He
I'll be
nearly
really
beat
players like that.
Aimstrong
He did.
last year.
Hey, when I came into the scene, Aimstrong was like the Dark Lord. Nobody could beat him. Seeing Hooligan nearly beat him in GCS 1 was an amazing moment. I loved it. And if he can now absolutely dominate and smash it to get to GCS 1, that's the exact kind of opportunities we're trying to create as a team. But I think all three of us, we're here representing, there's one person that's not with us today that has helped make this happen in such a huge way. Jan252, the main coder for KotH.org, the #1 fan site, he has delivered on creating a fundraising platform and a tournament hub that is so professional, Dan. It's so epic, isn't it?
It is, yeah. He's done an amazing job, and quickly as well. And you know, just looking at it, look at the website.
It's not like,
go and look at it. It's
he also made it like Reddit, so I could do the stuff in it. He's made it purpose built for GCS 2. He's an absolute beast and a legend, this guy. And this website is so professional. He's the best designer I've ever worked with by far.
Yeah, this one.
Brilliant job, Jan, and thank you.
Pull up again the winner from last year, Love Nest, holding his trophy there, and you know, we thought that was a nice enough setup there, but it's going to be
nothing compared to this.
Yeah, it is nothing.
That's going to look. No, the tournament was great. Love Nest did a great job, but the actual event is going to be rubbish compared to GCS 2, and we can just say that right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
We may be getting a bit of a theme